Clayton Random Orbital Sander line is available in 3 sizes, the 3-inch, the 5-inch, and the 6-inch. The principles of operation for all 3 are identical, so for the purposes of this video, we'll focus on the 5-inch. Start by identifying the components of the sander. First you have your backup pad, then your shroud, the motor housing, the ergonomic grip, the throttle control lever, the palm rest, and the swiveling dust exhaust. Next, identify the control features, the compressed air inlet, the compressed air exhaust, and on the underside of the sander, the throttle control. Next, attach a protector pad to the sander. The protector pad is a sacrificial disc which will help prolong the life of the backup pad. To attach, identify the index marks at the top of the protector pad and at the top of the backup pad. Line up the index marks and press the protector pad down firmly. Next, choose the correct grit abrasive for the work you'll be doing. Center the disc over the protector pad and press gently to attach. Before sanding, you'll want to lubricate the sander. With an appropriate air tool oil, place several drops directly into the air inlet. Next, connect your vacuum hose by threading it onto the swivel exhaust. Note that the hose threads counterclockwise. Finally, connect your compressed air line. Power on your vacuum, and the tool is ready for use. Always start the tool with the sander flat against the work surface. Sand with even pressure and let the sander do the work. Try to keep the backup pad at a flat angle of attack to the work surface. When done sanding, always lift the sander from the surface before releasing the throttle. When the abrasive stops cutting, it's time to change the disc. Before changing the abrasive, remove your compressed air supply. Leave your vacuum hose attached and the vacuum running to collect any dust that might come off the abrasive disc. Grasp the edge of the abrasive disc and gently pull away from the backup pad. This is a good time to also check the protector pad to ensure it's not worn or ripped. Take your new abrasive disc, center it on the pad, and press gently to affix. When the backup pad becomes worn or damaged, it can be easily replaced. Slide the wrench supplied with the sander in between the shroud and the backup pad until you feel it lock onto the nut. Hold the wrench and turn the backup pad counterclockwise to remove it from the tool. Center the new backup pad over the spindle and thread it on clockwise until tight. Remove your wrench and the pad change is complete. After changing the backup pad, always apply a new protector pad. All random orbital sanders come standard with a medium-sized grip, but a small and a large grip are available for different size hands. To replace the grip, use a small screwdriver or a pick to pry up the edge of the grip. Slowly work the grip up and over the motor housing. Pull it free, choose the size grip that you'd like to use. Center it over the top of the motor housing and work it down until it seats into the grooves on the housing. Clayton sanders are designed with easily replaced drop-in motors. To replace a drop-in motor, you'll need the new motor, the pad wrench, the T7 soft collar, and the T6 lock ring wrench, and a vise. Start by securing the sander body in the T7 soft collar. Flip the sander upside down and lay it into the jaws of a vise. Tighten the vise until the sander is held securely but not over tightened. Slide the pad wrench in between the shroud and the backup pad and spin the backup pad counterclockwise to remove. The next step is to remove the old motor by loosening the lock ring. Align the T6 lock ring wrench with the raised edge of the lock ring. Turn counterclockwise to loosen the ring. Once the lock ring is free, the motor can be pulled from the housing. Identify the roll pin on the top of the new motor. Align the roll pin with the index mark on the housing. The roll pin will need to seat into the hole at the top of the housing. Gently lower the motor into the housing, being careful not to misalign the roll pin and the index mark. Once the new motor is seated in the housing, use the T6 lock ring wrench to secure the lock ring. The motor should turn freely if it's installed properly. Use the pad wrench to secure the spindle. Take your new backup pad, center it on the spindle, and thread it clockwise until it's secure. Remove the pad wrench, and you can now remove the sander from the vise. In addition to the drop-in motors, repair parts are available from Clayton and from our authorized distributors. Sanders can also be sent into Clayton for a fixed price factory overhaul and recertification. If you have questions about the operation of this tool or need technical support, please contact Clayton at 732-363-2100.